What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links leak video, and in today's leak video we're going to be talking about Lumis and Umbra's drop rewards that we're going to be able to farm for once they get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which I believe they're going to be coming out on the 19th of February, at least for my time zone, which is actually the same day as the new main box is coming out to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, so that is pretty cool right there. And yeah, we're going to be checking out all their drop rewards that we're going to be able to farm for in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So if you guys are excited for today's video, as always, be sure to hit that like button on the video down below to show your support. But of course, you can wait to, leave a like on the video until you watch the full thing. Without further ado, let's go talk about today's data mine, because there's also a lot of other stuff we need to talk about too. Not just drop rewards, there's actually a summoning animation we're going to check out in today's video, and one other Dragunity card that we're going to talk about too. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, let's go talk about it. Now, first thing we're going to talk about, and I'm going to showcase to you guys, is the Masked Beast Gardius animation with Lumis and Umbra. If you want to check out this video, this is from Justin Taylor. Link in the description down below. I'm going to throw this video down there so you can watch it without my commentary and with audio if you want to hear all that good stuff right there. But as you guys can see, we have this pretty sick animation that's only in Japanese currently, but let's go check it out right here. So as you guys can see, they're both summoning the Masked Beast boy, which actually has been in Duel Links for a long time now. And I don't know, this animation is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not the craziest animation in the world, but for what it's worth, it's pretty cool, and it's kind of a cool way to showcase a card that's been used decently in Duel Links. Not too crazy, but it has been used pretty decently. So that's the animation right there. Like I said, if you want to check it out, link in the description down below. Let's go talk about some of the other stuff for today's video. So before we talk about all the drop rewards from Lumis and Umbra, I am going to showcase this screenshot right here. And this is basically the screenshot that kind of confirms about all of the cards that we're going to be getting from Lumis and Umbra right here. And it's from this imager link right here. Thank you so much, Alcaru, for sending over this link to me in my data mine section of Discord. Thank you so much, homie. And yeah, so basically, as you guys can see, we have the screenshot for the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And as you guys can see, with the Dragunity monster, and then we have a bunch of other cards on this row right here. And basically, all these cards in this row are going to be the drop rewards from Lumis and Umbra. Now, a different leak that I'm going to be talking about specifically in today's video, that is from Duel Links Meta's Discord. I'll pop it up on the screen right now. And basically, where I found this leak information was from Zane's Discord. If you guys know the content creator Zane, he's a different Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTuber out there. And basically, one of his people that's in his Discord posted this screenshot from Duel Links Meta. And basically, in the Duel Links Meta little data mine leak for all these confirmed cards, there's 2 cards in that list that are not appeared in this screenshot right here, and are most likely not confirmed for Lumis and Umbra, but I'm still going to talk about them in today's video, so just be aware of that. But without further ado, let's go talk about the brand new cards that we're going to be getting from Lumis and Umbra and the Dragunity support. Okay, so the first card we're going to be talking about in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video is going to be Dragunity Dark Spear. Of course, this is not a drop card from Lumis and Umbra. I'm just going to be talking about this card because one is Dragunity support, and that's a pretty cool deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and this is just a miscellaneous card from the recent data mine. Anyways, the Dragunity Dark Spear is a 3-star wind dragon tuner. Once per turn, you contribute 1 dragon type Dragunity monster to select level 4 or lower winged beast type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. This card has 1,000 attack and 1,000 defense. So overall, this card is alright. Personally, it doesn't really catch my eye too much for Dragunities as a whole, but I mean, hey, you contribute one of your Dragunity monsters, including this one, because this is a dragon Dragunity. You contribute this card or one of your other Dragunity monsters to special summon a level 4 lower wing beast monster from your graveyard. A target that you can probably do is maybe like Dragunity Ducks for that right there. So it is pretty cool. I think I do kind of like that with Dragunity Dark Spear, because you can special summon some of your other cards right here, and you can go for some decent combos in my opinion. But like I said, it doesn't really catch my eye too much. For any Dragunity players out there, maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section down below if you guys are gonna try out this card or not. But overall, I think it's an alright card. Maybe I will try it out, but I don't think this is gonna really make Dragunities really good whatsoever. But still, I think it's cool. Dragunity support. We'll probably get this as a rank PP reward and maybe a card trader card in the future, since this isn't for Lumis and Umbra and all that stuff right there. So Dragunity Dark Spear, that's pretty cool. Next up, we're gonna talk about the Lumis and Umbra cards, and the first card we're gonna talk about is Illusionary Snatcher. This card was actually already confirmed by Konami themselves, but for everybody that doesn't know what this card does, this is going to be a UR card from Lumis and Umbra. It's a 7-star Dark Fiend effect. When you tribute summon a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, the type, attribute, and level of this card become the same as that face-up tribute summon monster. This card has 2,400 attack and 1,000 defense, and overall, I think this card is actually really cool. So first of all, you can combo this with tribute decks like Monarchs and maybe Hazies. The fact that you can just special summon this monster immediately after you go for a tribute summon is really cool right there, because that means you can get multiple monsters on the board and hopefully go for maybe like an OTK or something like that. I mean, this card has 2,400 attack. That's pretty beefy. right there. And if you combo it with, you know, like beat down and stuff like that, things are going to be happening. What's really cool too is that when you special summon this card, the type, attribute, and level of this card becomes the same as that face-up tribute monster. So first of all, this is good XYZ support for the future. While we don't have XYZ monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links just yet, this is pretty decent support right there right away. So remember this card once we get XYZ summoning into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Maybe some hazy synchro summoning shenanigans or XYZ shenanigans can happen through this card. But overall, I think this is a pretty sick card. I'm going to probably go for 3 copies of this card once Lumis and Umbra come out into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this card. Maybe you guys are looking forward to this too. Like I said, and with the Dragunity card, if you guys are interested in any of these cards in today's video, be sure to tell me that in the comment section down below. But I'm looking forward to this card. I think it's going to combo well with tribute decks, and I think this is something that people should probably run. So that's pretty cool. Next, we're going to talk about Evil Swarm Wisp. I'm not going to try to pronounce that second part of its name because I know I'm going to butcher it. Anyways, though, this is a 4-star Dark Pyro effect. If this card battles a monster after damage calculation, negate the effects of that monster, including in the graveyard. This card has 450 attack and 2050 defense. So overall, I mean, there's nothing too crazy. I don't really think this card's really that crazy at all. It has a nice amount of defense, but a very low amount of attack. If it battles a monster during damage calculation, negate the effects of that monster, including in the graveyard. So I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know how I feel about this card. Maybe I'm missing something with this card, and maybe there's like something that I just can't tell that's really good about this card, but currently this is a big shrug for me right there, and I don't really know how I feel about it. Next up, though, we're going to be talking about Chaos Betrayer. Now, keep in note, most likely 9 out of 10, this is not going to be a card from Lumis and Umbra. Anyways, though, I'm going to pop up where I got the, you know, Lumis drops again. As you guys can see, from these Luma and Umbra drops from the Duel Links meta Discord, basically they said that Chaos Betrayer was going to be an SR card from Lumis and Umbra, but there's a lot of evidence kind of proving that this card is not going to be into the game as an SR card, because one, this card's not even released in the TCG yet. It's actually an OCG exclusive, and I don't think Duel Links has done something like that where they released a card into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links that's only an OCG exclusive and not even TCG. I mean, they released cards in the past were like anime only, but those were both not in the OCG or in the TCG, so there's that right there. So Chaos Betrayer is most likely not going to be a card that we're going to be getting from the drop rewards, but nonetheless, I am still going to talk about this card because I actually could see it in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I just don't think it's going to be from Lumis and Umbra. So anyways, Chaos Betrayer is a 6-star Dark Fiend effect. If this card's in your graveyard, you can banish 1 light and 1 dark monster in your graveyard, except Chaos Betrayer. Special summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. When this card is special summoned, you can target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, you only can use effective Chaos Betrayer once per turn, 2000 attack and 2000 defense. So yeah, this is not too bad to summon into if you play some that grass is greener decks. You can, you know, mill out Chaos Betrayer and banish a light and dark monster from a graveyard, except Chaos Betrayer to special summon this card in defense position, banish it when it leaves the field. So it's a kind of a neat card that you can special summon from the graveyard. So like I said, that grass is greener is the optimal way to go for this card. And overall, I can see this in Duel Links because this card, in my opinion, is not really that broken anyways. So if we get this in Duel Links, that is awesome, but there's a good chance that this is not going to be into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links because like I said, it's not even in the TCG yet, and that you know, website, that imager link that I showed you guys, this card's not even in like the Japanese version of the game. So this is definitely not coming to Duel Links, but I thought it would still be fun to talk about nonetheless. Now, what's most likely going to be the SR card that replaces, or is actually the SR card that's supposed to be in here that is not Chaos Betrayer, is actually Obsidian Dragon. Obsidian Dragon is a 4-star Dark Rock effect monster. Negate the effects of spell and trap cards that target only 1 face of dark monster you control and destroy them. This card has 800 attack and 2100 defense. Overall, this card's not really that horrible. Its defense is pretty beefy, but of course it can't handle against, you know, cards like Ancient Gears, which is kind of sad right there. But for what it's worth, the fact that you can negate spell and negate the effects of spell and trap cards that target 1 dark monster you control and destroy them with Obsidian Dragon is pretty sick. If you can get some combo where you can have Obsidian Dragon stay on the field with some of your other dark monsters and protect them with this card, that's going to be pretty useful. But overall, though, this card's probably not going to see that much play. Like, on paper, it sounds like a good card, but just it's not going to see that much play, in my opinion. But overall, though, kind of a neat card right there. Also, this is an SR card. I forgot to mention, too, the Obsidian Dragon, Chaos Betrayer, and Evil Swarm Wisp are all SR cards, and the next SR card we're going to talk about is Missing Force. Missing Force is a 4-star Dark Warrior effect monster. If you control no other monsters, you contribute this card to target a monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target till the end phase. You cannot special summon or conduct your battle phase during the turn you activate this effect. This card has 1500 attack and 1000 defense. Now, on paper, I thought this would actually be pretty sick, you know, because if you control no other monsters, you contribute this card to target a monster your opponent controls and take control of that target. But the fact that you can't attack, the fact that you can't attack, you can't special summon the turn you do this, makes this card pretty freaking useless. The only way the card is useful is if you can go for another normal summon or tribute that turn and tribute off your opponent's monster that you just took in. But honestly, I don't feel like this card's worth it at all in my opinion. Maybe I'm missing something with this card, but I think this card's pretty mediocre. Just play enemy controller instead, in my opinion. But you know, it is what it is. Missing 4 is pretty cool right there. But I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think this card's that good. Next up, we have another SR card, and the final SR card from today's list. This card is called Final Jester. This is a spell card. Target 1 face up level 3 monster you control. Special summon 1 monster with the same name as that monster from your hand or graveyard. Its effects are negated during the end phase of this turn. Destroy the face of monster that's targeted by this card. This card's actually pretty cool, and I think this card could definitely see some play in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So first of all, you can target any level 3 monster you control and special summon a monster with the same name as that monster from your hand or graveyard. That's pretty cool. You can combo this with Little D. Thank you, Konami, for the Little D support. You can combo this with like cards like Proto Cyber Dragon. You can combo this with just, you know, Gen X Controller, the card that's literally on the list right there, on all sorts of different cards right there. So the fact that you can special summon from you know, from your hand or graveyard through this fact is pretty cool right there. Sadly though, during the end phase of this turn, destroy the face of monster that's targeted by the card. That does kind of suck, but overall, I think this is actually a pretty decent card right there. I think some people can figure out some really cool combos with this card. So yeah, I'll give that card a thumbs up. I don't really know what else to really say about it, but I think it's a neat card nonetheless. Now we're going to talk about a rare card, and this is Shining Abyss. This is a 4-star Light Fairy monster. This card has 1600 attack and 1800 defense. Okay, it's a monster that employs powers of both light and darkness. Very cool. Next rare card we're going to talk about is the 4-faced beast, which I believe this card's already in Duel Links. If it is not, I'll, you know, tell you guys put in post editing. But yeah, this is just another drop reward that's going to be from Lumis and Umbra. This card was actually not even, and also this was another card that wasn't even in the Imager link list that I showed you guys earlier in today's video. But yeah, it's just a 1500 vanilla 1200 defense monster. You can combo it with the Death Guardian card that Lumis and Umbra have an animation for. So there you go right there. But just keep in mind this is not in the list. Now what wasn't in the list of the Duel Links meta, you know, like data mine from, you know, who from Duel Links meta Discord, this card right here, Nuva of the Wicked, wasn't in that list, but it is in the data mine nonetheless, because we saw that in the Imager link that I showed earlier. This card is a 4-star Dark Fiend effect. This card, if this monster is normal summon, destroy this card. If your opponent controls any monster, decrease the attack of this card by 200 points for each monster in your opponent's side of the field. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know if I'm feeling this card whatsoever. I mean, if you normal summon this thing blows up immediately, and if your opponent controls a monster, you decrease the attack of this card by 200 points for each monster opponent's side of the field. I can tell that this card was probably released very, very early on in the Yu-Gi-Oh's history when it comes to just everything like that. But I mean, hey, there's that card right there. Pretty cool, I guess. I can't really think of any combos on this on the top of my head. Maybe there's something I'm missing with this card, but overall, we'll have to give that one a thumbs down. Sorry, homie. But yeah, that's a rare card. Last rare card we're going to talk about in today's video is a card called Darkfall. This is a trap card. One of your opponent's special summons 2 or more face of monsters at the same time. Send those monsters to the graveyard, then send all monsters in your opponent's hand and deck to the graveyard that have the same name as the monster sent to the graveyard by this effect. Okay. I mean, you can use this against Hazies. That's the only thing I could think of, honestly, is that you can use this against Hazies. I'm trying to remember. I don't know what any other deck that can summon 2 monsters at the same time pretty easily. I mean, like, you know, Quackies can like spam the board, but they summon monsters one at a time. And most other decks that are really top tier right now summon monsters kind of at one at a time and not at the exact same time. So I don't really know how I feel about Darkfall. I think if you use this against your opponent, yeah, it would mess up your opponent pretty badly. But I think the consistency of this card is not really that good. You should play something else like Treacherous Trap Hole. Yeah, better luck with Treacherous Trap Hole than Darkfall. So I don't really know. Good side deck card, I guess. But other than that, nothing really cool about Darkfall right there. It is an end card after all. So we're going to talk about probably one of the best cards in today's data mine, 3-legged zombies. This is a dark 3-star zombie. A pair of friendly skeletons, lean and fat, that travel with extreme difficulty. This card has 1100 attack and 800 defense. What a broken card. Thank you, Konami, for adding this card. I'm surprised this is an end card and not a UR card, but it is what it is. And the second best card that we got from today's data mine is Masked Clown. This card was, I guess, was never translated, but it's going to be into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. It's called Masked Clown. It's 500 attack and 700 defense. Nothing too crazy right there. That is what it is. Well, that's going to do it today for today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links data mine video. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you watched to the end of this video, be sure to go hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. I'm going to be doing a box stream. I'm going to be doing a box opening on the new box that comes out tomorrow. I'm going to be making a farm deck video for you guys for Lumis and Umbra and all that fun stuff right there. So be tuned to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links channel, which is Watt 007, at least for the next couple of days. I've been trying other content. I've been doing other content that's not only Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I'm just saying, like, right now, there's going to be a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content because there's just a lot of content to make when it comes for the game. So there's that right there. But seriously though, thank you guys so much for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. I'll go see you guys in the next video. Peace.